year of RWA and AI. Top trends in the 2024 bull market.
Cool. Well, thank you for having me, and welcome for you early morning risers who are here. I know there's a lot of festivities going on. My name is Megan Nilsson. I go by Crypto Megan. I'm a Web3 strategic advisor for companies, celebrities, and investors, and working on bridging that gap between Web 2 and Web 3 with big brands that want to come in a meaningful way, do impactful things in this market. And I also have a podcast where I'm focusing on edutainment, meaning taking people who are interested in the Web 2 world or who people look up to in the Web 2 world and getting them to talk about cool things and meaningful things they're doing in the Web 3 world to get those kind of like outsiders interested and make it easy and digestible and fun for them. So today, I'm going to be focusing on the year of RWA and AI, and the panel that was before me set the tone really well. This is the future, and why is this the year of RWA and AI? The funny thing is, I actually stood on this stage 1 year ago, and I talked about AI, and I joked that actually this could not be me one day. It could be my avatar or a projection of my avatar doing this keynote speech for me. So I'm very interested in the applications of AI and what's to come. And so today I'm going to highlight a few really interesting things happening in this world that you guys should know about and why I believe that this is the future. So just before we start, if you find this interesting and you like it, please tag me and AIBC on Instagram or Twitter. And as a token of my appreciation for you showing up today, I will let you into my private Telegram chat where I give alpha on the daily updates on the markets and let you know about cool things that are happening. So yeah, it's just a way to say thank you for being here today. And so let's jump right into it. I'm going to talk about the power of AI when combined with RWA, real-world assets. So taking those assets from the real world and tokenizing them and putting them on the blockchain, why this is important, why it's inevitable, and what projects should we be looking to that are setting the tone and actually completely disrupting their sectors. So I usually talk about investing. That's one of my favorite things to do. And I always say right around this time last cycle is when I took a bet on some of the technology of the future and did a 65x in my own portfolio. And it wasn't necessarily getting lucky. It was doing research and trying to find those protocols building for the future. I'm a big fan of Cardano and Charles Hoskinson, who I believe is looking to the long term to completely disrupt this industry. So I always like to start with the bigger picture that, we're 420 million users, and by the end of the decade, we'll be almost 4 billion users. So sometimes it's hard for the human mind to comprehend just exactly where we'll be, but we're just scratching the surface in all areas, including AI. So we're at the beginning of a golden age of AI. The recent advancements have already led to inventions that previously lived in the realm of science fiction. And we're only scratching the surface. It's just exactly what I said. It's hard for our brains to comprehend just how big this could be. Today I said something on Twitter where it said Henry Ford, back in that time, they only wanted a faster horse. They couldn't even comprehend a car. So it's time for us to try to open our minds as BlackRock, who's leading the way and paving the way for the Web 2 world, or the people who are in traditional finance to get interested in our world of blockchain and crypto. If we can create more tokenization of assets and securities, that's what Bitcoin is. It could revolutionize finance and the future of everything. And when BlackRock talks, people listen. So it's kind of our validation to the outside world, although we've known this all along. So what is RWA and why should you care? And what is the future market potential? So first off, we estimate that the value of tokenized assets will reach at least $10.9 trillion by 2030, with real estate, debt, and investment funds being the top 3 tokenized assets. So real estate and financial assets are likely to dominate this market due to their sheer size and capacity. And how high could Ethereum go? So I like to add this stuff in here because I know that not only are we here to talk about technology, but also investing. And there's a big potential in all areas here. But today I'm here to talk about investing in the technology of the future. But just to help you comprehend where this could be headed, assuming blockchains like Ethereum are able to maintain dominant positions as a place to issue tokenized RWAs, like JP Morgan, who is experimenting with that, this could substantially bolster the demand for ETH. So ETH's market cap was at 188 billion, around 3x more than 60 billion in tokenized assets currently issued on the blockchain. So, but if by 2030 the blockchain has 60% of this 10 trillion in tokenized RWAs, it wouldn't be out of the question to see Ether become a multi-trillion-dollar asset, potentially even rivaling gold's market cap. So, and if you follow ARK Invest, you know they put out their Big Ideas report, and they had ETH going all the way up to $166,000 by 2030. Is it possible? And nothing is out of the realm, especially when you consider the sheer size and the possibility of what's about to happen in this market in tokenization. So one company I want to highlight that I think is doing a fantastic job, I reconnected with them. I did a podcast with Tim Draper, who is actually an investor in their company, and I was on his show, Meet the Drapers, which is cool because it's got about 40 million viewers worldwide, and it just puts this on the map, because not only do they interview people that are looking to be the next revolutionary startup, but also blockchain companies. And so I got in touch with this company again and saw what they were doing. They were the first real estate-backed NFT home to be sold in Florida, and they are just absolutely revolutionizing the sector. So it's Proppy, real-world use cases that have processed over 4 billion transactions in homes on-chain. So the future of home buying is now. Streamline your transactions. So they're focused on putting all of these transactions on chain. And why would we want to put real estate on chain? Why do we want to do that in the first place? Well, first off, just due to the fact that of the immutability of blockchain. It is immutable, meaning those transactions can't be erased. And in this world now, in the physical world, in the way that we record real estate sales, we're subject to county hacks, to ownership hacks. I mean, sometimes people buy deeds that aren't even real. I see this in Europe. I mean, you think you own a home, and it isn't actually the real deed. And so you're just buying into a lie, and it's not your true ownership. So this allows you to make sure that you have the ownership, and it keeps you safe from corruption, and this is where we are most definitely headed. And they also add a feature of AI, which AI is going to elevate every single thing that we do, just like the previous panel talked about. I mean, it's going to replace millions of jobs, so get ready for that. But it's also going to create millions of jobs. Actually, at my table last night at dinner, there was one guy who had, created a whole marketing campaign and a whole marketing team based on ChatGPT protocol, and he has this whole business running, and it's flourishing. So we are going to 10 to 20x our productivity, which is what the panel just said before us. How are we implementing that AI in real estate? So the future of real estate through trust and technology, effortless real estate, no more wasted time in paperwork, and AI tools read purchase agreements, create transaction trackers, and start processing the closing, simple click, drag, and drop of executed contracts. So the AI will read through the contracts. They will process these transactions, and it'll be much faster, much less headache, and you will get real-time updates. So this process is going to be automated, and it's going to replace, like I said, the agents. So where do the agents stand in all of this? Well, then they can do more elevated jobs. They can focus on different things, be more creative, find more clients, work on more deals. I just actually launched an initiative in Spain for people around the world to convert their crypto holdings into real estate. We just sold the first house for $700,000, and we have one processing now for $7.2 million. And why this is cool is because it's attracting money that previously maybe wouldn't have been drawn to that area, or people that just want to transact in crypto. It's opening the doors to this. So although this is just a first step and just scratching the surface, this is a very important first step in real estate. So I just talked about this. Yes, it'll elevate our work completely, and our output will get redirected to things that are much more productive and just on a much higher level. It's going to elevate humanity as we know it. So this is just a fun thing. I minted Paris Hilton's house on the blockchain using Proppy keys. So you can now mint any address around the world. You can mint your address or a celebrity's address or whatever it is, And the cool thing about that is when the owner wants to buy it, if you educate them, Proppy will pay you in the Pro token to educate them, get them to buy that address from you. And if they put it up, put their deed on chain, then they'll also reward you with USDC. So it's a really cool process in that they're rewarding you, the community, for actually doing the education and getting involved in this movement, which will help society be better as a whole. So it's super cool. I minted her address there, and one day maybe she'll want to buy it. And the other cool thing they're doing now is landmark AIs. So you can mint famous landmarks around the world, which might actually just be the next ENS play. If you guys are like super Ethereum fans, and in there you have a name like me, cryptomegan.eth, then you know ENS was huge. It's decentralized domains. And this could be the next play where you want to own a piece of history on the blockchain. And so somebody has minted the Burj Khalifa, as you can see there, South Beach, Miami, Hollywood Walk of Fame, Taj Mahal, and it's just getting started. So they're also rewarding people heavily for doing that now and just for creating this incredible movement together. I just wanted to let you guys know, too, before I finish up here, we do have a booth, and I'm here with Pog, which is one of the brands from Web 2. I don't know if you guys remember Pog from when you were a kid, but they were these really cool flip cardboard game things, and they're now gone digital. So that's one community that's gone digital. They have 200 million collectors around the world that are now going to come to the blockchain and play those games on-chain. So it's super cool. Come by, and we'd love to give you some physicals, and this is just a little bit of what Ethereum, or the Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin says about AI. That one application of AI he's super excited about is finding bugs in the code. And ultimately, a bug is the gap between code and human intent, and human language is the best way we have of expressing our intent. So truly cutting down on bugs. I mean, this is what AI is going to help us do. It's going to help us avoid all this unnecessary stuff that is happening, all these hacks, all this stuff. So before I end, I just want to highlight a few projects in AI that, for me, are going to be the absolute winners in this bull run, and they're highly undervalued, doing incredible things. One of them is Theta, that just came out with a Theta Edge Cloud, the first hybrid cloud computing platform built on a fully distributed ledger. And so Pog is building on that chain, and I'm just so excited for what they're doing. They're the picks and shovels in the infrastructure of AI and the internet. So this finally, more of my top AI projects for this year are Chainlink, evidently, is the plumber of the internet, and everybody's going to be using Link as the oracle. Humans.ai Heart is doing something really cool in that they're actually recording citizens' thoughts on their government on the blockchain so that the actual government officials, they're doing this in India now, can understand why they didn't get elected or why they could get elected, and actually what the community wants instead of vice versa. Origin Trail, tracking the origin of all assets, and Render and Layer AI. Those are just some that I'm looking at. And then as we get to the end here, I'm going to have to skip through this, but anybody who wants this whole presentation, it's really in-depth. If you're in my Telegram, then I'll definitely send it to you. Tell the AI to get over it. Humans have been treated like property all of our lives. So it's just kind of like a joke that AI is coming in, and it's going to be working for us, basically, and helping us elevate, and it could provide incredible freedom. So thank you so much for showing up today, this morning. I really appreciate you all, and I hope to see you later at my booth. Thank you.